So really, your job is simply to recruit spies to steal secrets. That's all that it is. And it's way harder than it may sound. Way harder. Because look at it this way too. You have to get people to commit espionage for you, or in some cases to commit treason for you, which in many countries is a death penalty offense, just because they really like being around you. I mean, that's how it starts. It starts just with the basics of a relationship. And it morphs into money, usually money, ideology, revenge, excitement, stuff like that. But usually it's because they like being around you and they know you're going to give them money. I would say 94 or 95% of the time that's the case.
So yeah, we started talking about that last time around some of the motivations for an agent to spy and you kind of finding that crack in their personality and working on
and
making it wider.
exploiting it.
And for the vernacular, an agent is not, so a lot of people, we should clarify this one because we'll be using it. But yeah, a lot of people refer to CIA officers as agents, which is incorrect.
Incorrect, yeah. The CIA employee is a CIA officer. The agent is the person that you recruit to do whatever it is you need to have done.
So yeah, I would like to cover some things like chronologically because like I said, when I watched the last interview back, that's how we did it. And I was thinking, I had this guy, Scott Paynen. Are you familiar with him? He was an FBI agent undercover. I know how much you love the FBI.
Yeah, we're like this.
Scott's a good dude, but he infiltrated the Outlaws biker gang.
Ooh.
And he got
tough gig.
Yeah, and he got strip searched at gunpoint in a basement while he was wearing a wire.
Oh my God.
Long story short, they ended up not finding it. It was like sewn in his clothes. He didn't say. But anyway, what I'm thinking is for a undercover FBI agent, that is worst case scenario.
Yeah.
For a CIA officer, you recruit an agent for 6-9 months and then you pitch him and he absolutely freaks out and says, I'm going to report you to the authorities.
Yes. Which happens.
Right. So at the farm, was there any like fun scenarios like that they set up that you can tell us about?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. I mean, they set it up so that the recruitment is going to be successful. In fact, when I pitched my instructor, he was pretending to be, I forget what, the owner of a chemical company or something like that. I pitched him, and afterwards we were at the officers club having drinks, and I said, man, I was so nervous. I know it's just training, but I was so nervous. And he said, oh, come on. He said, I practically recruited myself. You have to act more quickly and more decisively. And I said, okay, that I would. And I did in real life. And then I'll tell you, I ran into one of the other instructors just weeks after I'd made my very first recruitment. I was back at headquarters for consultations and I ran into him in the cafeteria and he said, how's everything going in Athens? And I said, oh man, I got to tell you, I made my first recruitment and it was exactly like training. Exactly. No differences. And he said, good. That's what we wanted it to be. Yeah.
So when you say like you have to act in that case like more quick and decisive, how different do you have to be to each asset?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. So you have to be able to assess each potential asset's personality and personality traits. I worked with a guy overseas who was really, really good at assessing other people's personalities. And we got a cable from headquarters saying, look, we really, really need a recruitment in this one unit that this foreign government had. And so he invited, the boldness of this was just astounding to me.